doing? I am going to give some positive affirmations for the upcoming week. My name is Ashley. My name in the description is Guaranteed. It's a play on words. My last name is Guerin, so Guaranteed. If you haven't seen one of my videos before, I mainly just channel. All my messages are technically for myself because I am the divine. I would be considered, for anybody who knows anything about the spiritual world, you know that technically everybody's getting their gifts passed down from one to the next. So the person that gave me their gifts would be Gaia / Lilith, whatever you want to call it. So just channeling messages from my higher self to all, teaching a little more compassion, and then two, just from everybody else, like your ancestors, if folks stop by, your loved ones may say something. If you're open to receiving a message, whatever, stick around. If not, I'm just going to either talk till I get tired. They pulled a bunch of decks. I don't think that I will be talking from all of these, but I will pull at least until I get tired. So here we go. Oh, okay, that was something. Tension is a teacher. Oh, I'm sorry. That looks absolutely awful. I'm still working on all of this, you all. I really don't know what I'm doing, so please work with me. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this light. Maybe I can't. Maybe I just need to change it. Let's try changing it again. Okay, well, you all can't see it anyways because it's going to be backwards, but it says tension is a teacher. While tightness and constriction in your body can literally be a pain, those feelings can also be instructive. Physical tightness is often a symptom of something going on in our minds. Over the course of our lives, we tend to develop patterns of physical tension in response to stress and difficult emotions. If you can learn how to recognize the patterns and the correlations between your mind and body, you can intentionally relax those parts of the body before the tension actually builds. And I think this card came out because I'm not an astrologer, but I do know that we're in the age of Aquarius where things are more so learning. I know this sounds weird, but it's like the age of like what do you call those, like oxymorons? So it's like the two things that don't sound like they're together, but they're together. Like I tell people that I'm the biggest person that I know, and actually I'm really one of the smallest people that I know, but I'm huge because I know that on the inside my heart literally would probably fill up the entire world. My thought process, like I'm huge. I know that what I give and what I bring to the world is huge, so I just come in this little bitty package. So like I'm actually really, 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 really massively huge. Like the biggest person you think of me times gazillions of that. My homegirl in Moana at the end, the green lady. I would be her type big. That's how big I am. Like, but I came in this little bitty package. Ain't y'all happy? And I'm cute. Anyhow, but I know with Aquarius, so with people coming out of the clouds from that air energy, Aquarius is moving into something that's more grounded. It's going to be a lot of truths coming up. Everybody's going to be like really speaking, and so like this energy that most folks is feeling is tension, and they're asking you to act on it. I guess with the lessons that you've already learned, actually applying them, learning how to breathe through them, one, knowing what is actually affecting you, two, three, how on a grand scale of how much is actually affecting you. Would it hurt you tomorrow if you woke up, or are your feelings just hurt right now? It's like, don't add added stress. But with Uranus coming into, I can't think of what it is. It might be Saturn, but it's like talking about festering arguments, like stuff that people wanted to say but they never said, like those kinds of things. So it's saying if it's something that you've moved past, address it. Like actually just address it with that person, or like let it not be something that you even feel like that you need to address. Some people ain't even worth y'all's time. Remember that. Some shit that you've already moved past, if you genuinely feel like, some of them, it was like what is the meme? It was like, have you ever just sat there and listened to somebody vent and then realized that they were the problem the whole time? So some of those people aren't even really worth your time. But remember that some people you don't even need to circle back around to. It's about letting go of those people too. If every time you get around them, everything ends in a, you can't even talk sports. It ends in a debate. Man, that's why I don't even like saying anything to him, or that's why I don't even like saying nothing to her, because every time you say something, it always just go like that, like those kinds of things. Tension is a teacher. Let those people go. I'm telling you, these next couple weeks is literally clearing out last little residual energy, so y'all better be ready for the people that y'all really have to say goodbye to, that y'all wasn't ready to say goodbye to. Some of y'all holding on to best friends that ain't really best friends. And if you really think about it, you would honestly say, I don't really think that my best friend. Like their actions don't scream best friend. Sorry. But y'all been down since eighth grade. Since high school, since college, since whatever, but they don't seem like they've ever really congratulated you. Stepping back and looking at that, why would you still want them around you? You think eventually they're going to start congratulating you? That's never going to happen. If y'all not going to flip the cards out, I'm not going to take the ones that are sliding. So figure out what you're going to do. Thank you. Hack the breath is the next card. One reason the breath plays such a central role in meditation is that it is always available. So you don't need any special conditions to use it. Perhaps just as important is that it can be mirrored for how long you're feeling. If you're feeling stressed or tense, your breath reflects that by becoming short. If you are relaxed, your breaths are longer. Take advantage of mirroring relationship by intentionally making your breaths long and slow, even if you're not feeling particularly relaxed. You try it and see what happens. And I keep telling you all, breathing is like really, really huge. And this tension is a teacher, along with Hack the Breath. It can't be more of a clear indication. One, that everybody's feeling all these crazy high energies, and you're like, I don't know why I feel like it's anger festering. It's like it feels like you want to be mad, but you don't know what for, and it's just like you're waiting on something to happen. And most people don't even realize that they're waiting on it. It's a test, I guess. It's like a final little test, wrapping up of all these little cycles and chapters and whatever else is. So they're saying, now that you know that you're wrapping up this last little thing, now would be the time to take the step back and do this. And it says, enjoy the ordinary. One of the reasons we are so willing and easily distracted is that we are not very good at dealing with the ordinary. It is boring, so we let our minds wander off to find something more interesting. But boredom often is a sign of calm mixed with restlessness. If we let go of the restlessness and appreciate the stillness of the moment, there is enjoyment to be found in the ordinary. Next time you're feeling bored, sit with the feelings for a few minutes and enjoy the quiet calm of the moment. And a lot of people don't understand how to do that. And I think y'all trying to figure out when the world is opening back up, because hi, Mawan. I don't know if you're really into the things that I'm into, but your mother and your grandfather say hello. They say that don't cry on this channel, you all, because like for real, they're very proud. Wow. You don't know a whole bunch of your family that bothers you. That's why you make sure to hold really close to your kids. feel like you got family like scattered and you really didn't get to build. It's a lot of pieces about you that you don't know. You're doing a really good job in making sure that your kids know who they are. You're doing a really good job on this self-discovery to find out who you are, or at least who you want to be. Your grandfather says the nights that you cry, they will get better. You won't keep. One, you got more than yourself. You really did build a family. As much as I know that you lean on people when you feel like you want to, but for the most part, you're strong by yourself. That's what most people say, right? That's what they do. You're making a lot of people proud, proving a lot of people wrong. I'm sorry I haven't made eye contact with you. I can't. Okay. Finally found a way to slow down a little bit. That's cool. I think everybody was looking for a way to do that. So whatever you found your groove in, congratulations. To help you slow down. Somebody says you're finding a way to do this a lot more. Smile. Slowing down has helped you do that. That's cool. Appreciating these things. Enjoying the ordinary, the little bitty things. It's awesome. Making each breath count. That's beautiful. Okay. Sorry. Are y'all done with these cards? No. Okay. 2 more cards. Milan, your thing is what's gonna happen next. And your mom says only you knows. You pick it and I will support it. I've been supporting this far, so you pick it and I'll support it. It's just leveling out your head, because the card that popped up next is where is my mind now. So it's just leveling out your head, letting go a bunch of old stuff, which you have been, which took a second. Making peace with the things that you don't know, and how and why, what you can use to not fill the void, but I guess at least find an understanding. But she's saying the second that you level your head out and decide where you're going, I'm going to follow you there. I'm going to help you get there. We've been standing by you this long. Ain't no place else to be. And it's not even that you need me, it's that I need you. Stop thinking that since your steps are light, that they're not heavy. Just because you walk light don't mean that you don't leave a footprint. You're leaving something behind. Stop thinking that you're not one. So it's very lovely. You come through at even though it's a little muddled, you come through with a lot of clarity about yourself. That's very awesome to have, especially right now. The card that almost jumped was listen deeply to others. And I think that it's just now in a time where we're watching these crazy people storm this thing in the okay. And the media keeps replaying, is because it looks crazy. That's what that was. Because it looks crazy. At a time like that, it's just trying to find some compassion. 2 cards turn. Oh, these are the last two cards. Give yourself a gift. And how can I love more? These cards were for Mulan. So if you ever come back to watch this, or if you're still watching this, these were the cards. You buy yourself stuff, but not the stuff. Give a gift to yourself, whether it's a mental break, a physical break, an emotional break. Find a place to let something off. That would be the gift to yourself. How can you love more? Somebody is saying it's self-care, more time to self. It's not just buying stuff or not even necessarily just having things. It's making sure that you're mentally and emotionally okay before pretending that you are. So give yourself a gift says generosity is such a beautiful thing, and while we're good at being generous with others, many of us are not good at practicing generosity towards ourselves. So give yourself a small gift today. It could be the gift of silence or the gift of doing nothing. It could be the gift of time in nature or the joy of being absorbed in a game or a story or the pleasure of eating a cookie. Practicing generosity towards oneself is time well spent, which was what I said. And then the how can I love more? There are a few better questions than how can I love more. This invites us to look for opportunities to connect more deeply with others in all of our relationships. Sometimes it will mean putting more energy into being present or generous, or even when you don't feel like it. Sometimes it will be about being more present and generous with yourself, which is what I said that you needed. Even if that feels self-indulgent, spend 5 minutes thinking about how you can cultivate more love for yourself and those around you. However it manifests itself, it is a beautiful filter through to engage with the world. Those are pretty cards to have. Okay, sorry, Mulan. I'm not gonna pick on you anymore, but somebody said they don't think they're gonna get that opportunity again, so they wanted to speak from their heart. There's a rabbit at the bottom of the deck. I'm not sure what that means to you, but it was there. See what pretty messages that they have for you in this wild and unknown animal spirit. Mind you, this is just collective energy. They will probably do one for all of the elements and then a spirit animal. I guess for the overall reading, like I said, we're in Aquarius energy. It doesn't surprise me that air is for the overall, the dragonfly. Not keeping those. Somebody just came through with a heavy head. Whoever you are, your grandmother on your father's side says, hey, but your head is heavy. Whoever like just peeked through this little thing, you came through with some really heavy, like your head is heavy, heavy, heavy. So whoever this is like, boom, like heavy, heavy, heavy. Somebody hasn't been too long lost their grandma. She's saying, hey, for whoever just peeked in, it's a lot going on. I don't know whether you're more so worried about family, but your grandma is saying they'll be fine. They know what to do without me. I left them with clearing instructions. They know who to be. It just is going to take them a little bit of time. Not a long time, just a little bit. Can't help but miss somebody, so. Sorry, you all are showing up with all this stuff. I know I said I'd change you, but you're cool. I wish I knew how to work this thing, because the only thing that it shows was that Mulan joined a little bit ago, but I don't know how to, if I don't know how to see if people keep coming in or whatever. So I don't even know if you have to announce that you're even in the thing. I could just feel folks' energy when they pass through, I guess. Okay, let's see if we can get our other 5 cards. Are you keeping it? Spirit card is the Phoenix. And then they'll do air, fire, water cards. The water card is the Stingray. Whoever you are, you stop back through this little, still heavy with the mind frame, but okay. The air is the Nightingale. I hope you all can see these okay. They don't look too terrible. I know that light is kind of bright. Oh, maybe because I have this window curtain open. Give me 1 second. I forgot I really prefer natural light, and that's probably what the thing is. Let's see how terrible this looks. It's not terrible, but whatever. Whoever you were, I made you nervous, and that was not my intent when I spoke on your grandma. I'm sorry. I can't see you, so I can't call you by name to tell you that I apologize, so I'm just saying I'm sorry. The person's energy. Okay, well, whoever you are, they want me to read the frog card for you really quickly. Give me 1 second. Oh, wrong way. It says the frog, clearing, cleansing, healing. The frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within the healing element and then emerges to the rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, it needs for cleansing and rejuvenation on the regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's vital that such a sensitive creature practices self-care. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. When in balance, clear energy and enthusiasm about life. When out of balance, depleted, and running on empty, to bring into balance a lake, a river, ocean, or a bathhouse, or a really good cry. They're telling me that I know you, so I'm sorry. Okay. Milan, if you're still here, they want me to read the Firefly card for you. Okay. This was not supposed to be what this was, but we're going to go with whatever they're doing. So you got the Firefly. Inspired and fantastic, yet fleeting. The Firefly contains a light of 1,000 stars, and it's pure, radiant, and illuminating. This high-frequency charge cannot be sustained for long. Therefore, the Firefly card indicates a moment of inspiration or awakening that quickly fades if we do not catch it. There is a firefly energy behind every poem, every song, every invention, or every job is ready to be harnessed with this creative spirit when it graces our path. What can you do with the support of this precious and elusive light? When in balance, writes, creates, and brainstorms. When out of balance, feels burnt out and feels dull. To bring into balance, write a poem and or draw. One that card was for you. Okay, I'm going to try to get the other elements out of this deck now without being interrupted. There's a feminine energy that I don't know if she's in the chat or whether she's passing through. You lost your mom. She says she's still guiding you. You got the whale card. I don't know. Give me 1 second. I don't know. So for the female energy that is in here, it says, this is where you are. Your mom is guiding you, but this is where you are. You are right now at a place of your life, it says the whale. A desire to delve deeper, profound peace, ancient wisdom. The whale represents profound emotional health and stability. While whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expressing or traversing difficult terrains, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives, these experiences have enriched them and given them stability, strength, and a depth that is very rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on whale energy personalities when all else seems lost and trust seems to be the beacon in our darkest hour. When in balance, calm, steady, and deeply compassionate. When out of balance, heavy and slips into old stories. To bring into balance, regular self-care. I'm not sure who you are. Finally, we're moving on. Okay, there's somebody else. Apparently, I don't know whether I'm speaking this into how people will watch this video afterwards, but apparently the person that jumps in after the girl gets the fire ant. I don't know who you are. You lost your grandfather on your mother's side, whoever you are, some male energy. They're saying you're a girl, but you show up masculine. Here you go. Yeah, that's what it is. Fire ant. Aggression, rigid thinking, following orders. Fire ant energy flares out without us noticing. It's the force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances rather than those that counter them. Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misaligned fire ant energy is at play. You may also find yourself stewing on a person or a situation, only making things worse. How can you break free from the drama and cool down? Fire ants are surprisingly sensitive. Don't pretend the heat isn't getting to you. When in balance, thoughtful and disciplined. When out of balance, argues excessively. You're really hot all the time and you gossip. To bring into balance, solo time or walks at night. I know the weather is changing. I'm not sure where you live. I know Instagram is kind of whatever, but if you can get a walk out at night, that would be dope. I just want to get the rest of the elements for these cards out. That would be dope. That's all I'm trying to do in life. I've literally got like 3 cards to get out. Instagram reads are always so weird. That's why I don't jump on here, because y'all be talking and it be weird as fuck. Go back and, for the person who is watching this, I literally just read this Firefly card for someone else. Go back and get the definition of it. That's where you're trying to move to. It's okay to have that fire. Just know how to use it. Go from the fire ant to the firefly to help you out. help you balance your creativity as well, whoever you are. I don't know if y'all was keeping that. I'm not going to take it. I wish y'all just give me the cards that you all are trying to give me for this positive affirmation that I'm trying to do. I get that I'm still giving positive affirmations. I just wanted this to be like a general reading. I had to learn how to work YouTube so I can just record these videos and post them. Whoa. I'm missing, ouch. I'm missing 2 cards. My bad. Looks like earth and fire. So what are the earth and fire for the overall? The spider for the earth. Thank you. It's a very beautiful card. And then the fire. Oh, perfect. The Leo. Who else would you want to be fired up with? Okay, here we go. Yeah, like how I asked for those 2 and then those 2 elements pop straight out just like that. You can't make it up. It's beautiful. Okay, here we go. Overall, for the positive affirmation readings for everybody, here we go. It's the Dragonfly card. Remember, that was the overall. So here we go. I was totally going the wrong way. Don't listen to me, y'all. Where are you at? Oh. It's like I can't. It's okay. It's like I can't get to the page, but I see it. So this is the overall energy. The Dragonfly, master of light, illusion, and the mind. The Dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it is worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? If the situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance, the dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through, which was what the first mindful cards were saying, just to slow down, because they know that whatever is coming through, learn how to slow that down and actually shed light to see what's bothering you, or if it is, for that matter, do you just looking for a reason to be mad? When in balance, sees clearly, joyful and magical. When out of balance, can't concentrate and has a busy mind. To bring into balance, focus on breath, which is what almost every last one of those cards said. They put these cards in a special order, so I'm going to read them in that way. All right. We're going to start with the Nightingale. The Nightingale. Fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumages of other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing it. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. There's something you need to say. How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. When in balance, sings, speaks freely and with kindness. When out of balance, is shy and is lumpy in the throat. I guess I know what that means. To bring into balance, music. A lot of this stuff that folks is listening to these days is very scary. Nobody is listening to anything positive for real. And if you are promoting positivity on your page and still listening to songs that put you down or in a angry mind state or a rage of a mind state, you're not practicing what you preach. So you would be a wise fool. Anyhow, overall, energetically, I know you are watching people speak out, people unapologetically speak out, injustices, indifferences, everything. A lot of these truths. The hell, you see all these white people fleeing the damn White House, telling everybody's business and how they can clear their names so to make sure they don't get no jail time. Like, all of that is coming out. And they're not afraid because they're trying to make sure that they don't get, that nothing comes back on them. They want to make sure that if something is going down and this thing is going belly up, I want to make sure that not only my name is clear, but hell, if people are going to get they just do, I want to make sure that that it goes down right. Like, that's what it is. I'm not going to be afraid to say this. I've been silenced way too long. Some people's problem or some people's crime was that they never said anything. Was that they literally never fought for the change. Like, they've been sitting on that council or whatever y'all call those things, the Senate, the whatever. Y'all been sitting there years, 30 of them, 40 of them, 50 of them, 80 of them. Shit, none of y'all never tried to change nothing. Never argue for nothing. Still witnessing all this crazy stuff. So now this changing, which I keep telling everybody. It's this whole thing is a whole nother something. Y'all not even ready. This new age of Aquarius and this truth coming out. Did I just pass this? No, I didn't. You got the spider for the earth element. Give me 1 second. You got the spider, but I can't find it. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's the spider. Creator of prosperity through life's work and dharma. The spider is an ignacious creature. Its greatest gifts is weaving the thread of dharma into vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us that creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of the magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. When in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, and forlorn. To bring into balance, playful, and creativity. And a lot of people are getting back to that. If you see people in these videos, all this stuff is from back when they felt good, when the music felt good, when the music made you feel good even about yourself, not just the beat. Because even still now, you can dance to anything, but it's what are they saying? It's words that you actually want to sing along to. And then when people are looking back, they're looking back at the people that is on my shirt. TLC, you want to go back, like the 90s is coming back really, really heavy. Between the 70s and the 90s, that shit is about to come back really, really heavy. I would really say 60s, but most would stick with 70s. But that sense of fashion, that wave of music, that whole thing, go-go is about to be really, really heavy. Like, all that shit is coming back. Like, it's not that history is going to repeat itself. It's repeating itself in the right way. It's pulling out the portions that held us together. Music held us together. The poetry, the words that people spoke. Martin Luther King, or the people who spoke with them, the songs sang by Mahalia Jackson or Nina, like those uplifting Langston Hughes words of encouragement, Maya Angelou's, like those things. Those are the things that's bringing back together. So we're recreating and coming back together with those paths, hence those voices. Fearless voices is what they were. We're finding new fearless leaders is what this world is coming into. Which is beautiful. It's what we need. Folks out here be tripping for real. Stingray. Developing confidence, a sense of self, or a spine, which is what this, I would say universally is what we've gained as a whole. Because when you look overseas, you see people coming together, not even just to help with the corona, but to help support injustice. You got people in the United States tweeting about, and talking about everything going on in Nigeria or other places that are exhibiting we're realizing that we're more alike than we're different, and that's in every sense of the world. Literally, I can't explain that enough, and I've said that before on another one of these things, but we're realizing that that spine that we're looking for, it's stronger when all of us is standing together and everybody is saying, "Man, fuck this." Like, you got them crazy few crazy folks that still Trump supporting and want the world to be what it was because that's how they were winning, but you got the majority saying, "Nah, bruh, we cool on that, we passed that." So it's right at getting a spine. The Stingray card represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come when the Stingray must decide between the old, easy, comfortable, and familiar, and the new, challenging, uncomfortable, and unfamiliar. Pressures from family and friends make decisions even more complicated. No matter the choice made now, it's inevitable that the dilemma will surface, again and again and again, as the force of Dharma is growing within the Stingray. It's too strong to ignore. Like I said, Dharma, people coming, like, I cannot explain to y'all the amount of love that is about to rain down on black and brown people, especially black men. That's why I did that live the other day, was just a love letter to black men. You all get kissed first. Like, if anybody was ever getting kissed personally by the divine, it is you all first. You all deserve it first. I know that people don't like when I speak religion because I don't really know much about it. I do know what I know, and I do know where I gather my source, and it is a very resourceful source. Everybody should do research, but that Adam and Eve, that Lilith story is very true. And to know that she did leave, knowing that she did hold the equality and the balance, and she did leave him here without that balance. He hadn't grown it in itself, so the world is what it is. The return of Lilith, or Gaia, hence you see this compassion coming everywhere out through the world, is really been a beautiful thing. It's literally building a spine, a backbone, and it's throwing away that old book. It's building a spine to a brand new book being built. So that way, not only our grandparents that are still living, or if you are fortunate to have great grandparents like I do still alive, they're getting to see their kids, their kids, like those kinds of things. They're getting to see this world change around for them before they make their peace, which is going to be beautiful. Like I said, a new spine to a whole new book. It's being written. This is awesome. You all should be very proud of this. When in balance, eager and wants to grow, which is what we're doing. When out of balance, blames others and quits, which is what the Republicans do. To bring into balance, move through the discomfort, which is what everybody is doing universally. They're shedding light on these injustice, these corrupt police systems, law systems, social bias, social injustice, like of all kinds, whether it be just towards women, kids, specific groups of ethnicities or whatever. It's changing all of that. I cannot wait till you all see how this unfolds, because I've seen it, and it is extremely calming to know that you don't feel a certain way about not being with your kid, that you have to feel like you got to be with them, especially being black and brown, knowing that it's a chance that they may not make it back to you for any reason. It doesn't even really have to be one. That's a hard something to wake up to every day. The fire element was the lion. Patient, regal, a complete master. The lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation, which is what this world is doing. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the lion is respected by all but known intimately by few. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof, yet those with a keener eyes know better. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where the quest begins. When in balance, the epitome of peace and strength. When out of balance, withdrawn and too serious. To bring into balance, daily meditation and friendship is what this world's been coming into. You built relationships that you didn't even think you were going to build, and had to let go of some of your family members. He was like, damn, I ain't even fucking with cousin, Joe no more. We ain't, damn. I didn't know he even thought like that. If this whole world's coming out and it be the people you don't even think about, like, bro, you feel like that? And they be like, no, I don't feel like that about you. You different. Nah, bro, I'm them. Matter of fact, to some of the black people that be having some of these conversations, hey, my G, you're them. That's another conversation for another time, right? I think I'm going to end it after this Phoenix card. The Spirit card was the Phoenix card. Freedom from suffering and past karma, reincarnation. Like I said, whole new book being written, bro. Whole new book being written. Brand new spine, all new pages. Motherfucker look fresh too. You should see it. Matter of fact, the best part about it is it ain't even really being written. It's being modified because it's really just the old one. They just thought we didn't have it. We was just hiding it. Waiting on that curse to end. 2019, we was waiting on it real heavy. Black and brown folks was waiting on 2019 real bad. Didn't even know it. Didn't even know that chains was being lifted from you. So by little things were happening, you were like, why does it seem like everything is coming? Yeah, these changes being lifted. One shackle at a time, and it took a little over a year and some change to get them all done. Hence 2020. Going in and really doing that inside work. Letting go to see if, not if you're worthy of your gifts, but how you're going to handle them. They wanted to give you a lesson so that way you don't be out here wilding with your money, wilding with your knowledge, and giving that shit away for free and giving it away to motherfuckers who's just going to abuse it, because that's how it got stolen last time it got sold. So it's knowing what you have this time and not just giving that shit away. Anyway, freedom from suffering and past karma, reincarnation. The Phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It does not mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage, which is what black people don't want. We never wanted revenge. We just really want to be left the fuck alone. If ain't nobody gonna say it, that was me. Ain't nobody looking for revenge. You got a couple folks out there pissed off and they might want to, hurt a couple people, whatever. That's just them. But for the most part, they just want to be like, we're just looking for equality. Like, can we get on the same? Can everybody just be balanced out? Can everybody do it? By the way, we're right here when it comes to this reincarnation. So it's like if the wheel was turning and it started down here, we're about right here. So a lot of the changes that we will be seeing personally and like in your personal life, you'll see them by summertime. You would see the card about here. By the end of the year, that full transformation will be complete. Coming into 2022, that 6 will be, because 2020 1 is adding up to a 5, and that's the year of transformation, i.e. the Phoenix, transformation, reincarnation. That's the gotcha. But the 6 is soul tribes, soul ties, coming into like really good unions, as far as business unions, actual unions with your with spouses, like getting married or rebuilding relationships with broken relationships with family members, mothers, fathers, siblings, like things like that. So that would be 2022 6, but the 5 is for the transformation. So we're reincarnating ourselves, but as a universe, it's gonna be dope. Watch out for it. Anyway, it's not burning the bridges with rage. I think that's where we left off at. The Phoenix employs an advanced technique described as yoga and the burning of impurities through practice and dedication. The essence of the Phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering for too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live cautiously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. At the very moment of the spark of the Phoenix is lit, the great bird helps us burn through the baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and the dead weight fall into the ashes, and the lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the phoenix lifts our spirits up, up, and up. As we begin to recognize ourselves again, we catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign of fire, of transformation is upon your wings. So like I'm telling you all, you don't understand this, what this year means. I know 2020, y'all thought it was hard. And the fight is not over. Hence, you still got fighting cards. Stingray, the lion, the phoenix. Like, you still got cards where they're grounding too. They know how to plan. They know how to talk. Remember the fearless voice. They know how to plan. They know how to web, which is what I don't think that y'all understand what is happening. It's about to be a whole new world. It's like you're going to wake up and not even notice that all of that shit had even happened before. It would be like everything from 2020 and back. Nobody never knew nobody lived like that. Operating out of a whole new book, so we won't even have that mindset to even have those fears or those issues. We won't, that book is gone. Nobody has there's no extra copy, no backup. All that shit was burned. The same way they stupid enough to burn money and be in debt, we were smart enough to get rid of that book. Nobody will be operating from that anymore. We've been brand new plans. Look at this. Solid foundation, solid plans. Every chakra is included, not just some of them. Passionate about it. People who know exactly what they're talking about. Remember these fearless voices. These composers, these poems, these songwriters, these painters, these people. Just like those were the people that was carrying us before, and then somewhere we lost the way and y'all started idolizing motherfucking Jay-Z. Sorry, Mulan, but he's no, y'all started idolizing just the wrong people. Al Sharpton, like, godly, he looks like a snake. But it's finding these people, which we have. And I keep telling y'all, everybody keeps talking Biden. And it don't mean nothing. I promise he don't. Name one black woman that you ever heard or seen in a relationship, because that's what that is. That's a relationship. That's a partnership that him and Kamala have. Name one black woman you ever seen be quiet. You gonna do exactly what she's saying, because she gonna keep saying this shit until you do it. So you thinking that change is not gonna get made from somebody who looks like, thinks like, act like, talk like you. She really does. Everybody has made mistakes, and there's some shit that she can't get past, or that she can't get back or give back or change, or however y'all want to say it. So digging into somebody's past will be digging into your own, and you fucked up a lot too. So where do we go from there? So thumbs down on that. Be careful about the projections that you put on these candidates. One, because you did elect them. Remember, the power of words is heavy as fuck. So if you say, well, I hope they ain't like this, and I hope they ain't like that, and I hope, and all that other stuff, that's the energy that you're putting out there. So don't do that. It is being mindful of your words and realizing that things are moving different, so you have to move different. That's just it. Remember, it is always okay to love more than one person as long as one of them is you.